Connor, another week, another episode of Doctor Who.
It's your lucky day, pal.
It could be.
Wait till that line's in the episode.
What is that? The Doctor walks out the TARDIS. It's your lucky day.
It's your lucky day, pal.
Starts crying.
Yeah.
I've never seen a luckier day before.
What a great day. What a lucky day.
Today's podcast, folks, we're going to be previewing season 2, episode 4. That is Lucky Day. Any words to say to our listeners, Connor?
You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor. You can follow us on TikTok at 50doctorwho. We have a thanks button. We also have a Ko-fi. Check it out down below.
50% podcast.
Damn, the soundbite was chasing me then. I had to get it right in.
I was like, this guy, I'm going to make him go quick.
Yeah. Well,
make him go quick.
Got to fit it in.
Guys, welcome back. Thank you for doing these episodes with us. We very much enjoy you guys all listening to us predict and do theories and crystal ball predictions and things like that. And happy that you guys are enjoying these episodes too. So really do appreciate you. Lucky Day. This episode is written by Petey. It's Pete McTighe.
He's back, baby.
Pete McTighe's back, baby.
He's back.
Directed by another returning person,
Mr. Peter Hoare.
Peter Hoare, who you may know from The Last of Us. You may know from I was trying to think of what's the season 6 one called? A Good Man Goes to War. There we go. Well,
That's all right then.
And you may know from the Robot Revolution.
Yes,
He's back to direct another episode, baby.
Of course. He's back.
So keen to talk about this one. The BBC One synopsis says, Ruby Sunday faces life back on Earth without the Doctor. But when a dangerous new threat emerges, can Ruby and Unit save her new boyfriend Conrad from the terrifying Shriek?
The Shriek? Is that what they're called? The Shriek?
It's literally Shrek, but with 2 E's.
Is that because they shriek, I assume? Because in the trailer you see it going like... Okay, all right.
Yeah, hectic.
Okay.
This one's 46 minutes long, mate. Good
All
length.
right.
Good
Good
length.
length.
Good length.
Good length.
Good length. Respect it.
I do respect that. Okay.
So we know that this episode obviously is a bit more of a Ruby-centered episode, which I quite welcome. I don't mind that for episode 4. It's a good time just to pause.
I agree.
And I think the difference with this to season 1, because everyone in season 1 was like, oh, you can't get rid of a companion or the Doctor for an episode. We've only got 8 episodes. I'm happy with 7. If you do 2 back-to-back where the Doctor's not in there, like 73 hours dot and bubble, that's when I start to scratch my head a little bit.
Right. Sex ed filming schedules, baby.
Yeah, and also the fact that this was obviously already, it was like planned this way, whereas season 1 was like obviously planned, but a way to make the season schedules whilst Shooty was still making sex ed, whereas this series was fully conceived with the idea of episode 4 being a Doctor Light episode. So I like this.
Doctor and companion light, technically.
That's true. Yeah, but I mean, I guess Ruby's sort of a companion.
Yeah, Doctor and new companion light.
Well, you reckon like this will launch the Ruby Sunday spin-off?
I hope so.
I get around that.
I mean, where's she going to be when they're doing War Between the Land and the Sea? It's like she just on holiday or something?
Hey, I've seen, since Belinda's come on and been so bloody great.
Yeah, Belinda
I've seen some Ruby Sunday slander.
Whoa.
And I'm not here for it. I think, yes, they're dynamic. I would have loved a tiff between them from time to time. But I still think Ruby was a really fun character.
Yeah, well, I just think like, her character could like get blown over with a gust of wind. There's not really much there.
Yeah.
But I do love Millie. I think she's a great part of the show.
Yeah,
and I'm
really
really
good
keen
actor.
to see. Oh, she's fantastic. I mean, that is shown in 73 Yards. She carries that shit. Yeah. And it was the first episode they filmed. Yeah. And so her first episode, and she does great. So I am very keen to see what happens this week with her. Yeah. Didn't they show a clip from this episode in like Doctor Who?
The Doctor Who Unleashed from Empire of Death. Yeah. They showed a clip.
Yeah. She was like working in like a pub.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Although I think they're like barricading up some, I think they might have been barricading up some walls or something. There's like the apocalypse going on or something like that.
It's the Shrek.
The Shriek.
Right, okay. So...
Yeah. Okay, so...
I'm keen for that.
We got some returning names thanks to the BBC One synopsis here. So we can see that Kate Lethbridge-Stewart is back. Shirley Bingham is back.
Oh, Shirley's back?
Shirley's back, baby.
Okay.
She was AFK in season 1.
Yeah, she was. Maybe filming something.
Is she like, yeah, I don't know.
On holiday.
She was on holiday. Shirley was on holiday.
Ibiza.
Yeah, Ibiza.
Yeah.
The old William Hartnell
Yeah,
trick.
the old Will Hartnell thing, yeah.
He skips an episode because he's in Ibiza.
That's one for the old fans.
Yeah, it's a great joke. Carla and Cherry Sunday are back.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Colonel Ibram's back.
Yes, who's going to be in War Between the Land and the Sea. So hopefully we get some more backstory there.
Yep.
Maybe just a mention to their home life.
And you'll never, the home life as in his smashing Kate. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe that's not really what I was going for, but like I guess they kind of do set that up at the end of Empire of Death. Don't they do like this or something?
They hold hands.
Yeah, that's it. And then
they went home and they got into it.
Well, it's more like with R2-D2, Russell loves to be like, with like Belinda's family, it's like, my dad's probably singing karaoke right now. And Russell's like, yes, people will, this is more backstory for Belinda. People will love this.
I'll write it, but I won't show it.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll probably do some shit like that, And
Connor, you'll never guess. Goat character. Goat character's back. My favorite.
Who?
The Blinks.
Oh, yeah, the Blinks.
He's back.
Yes.
That dickhead.
Dude, Nick Briggs is getting the payday from this series. He did the robots in episode 1. He's doing the robot from episode 4.
He's back.
And Anita's in it. Anita Thompson?
Anita Dobson, yeah. Miss Flood is back.
Okay. Who's Ruby's neighbor, probably again.
Yeah, I hope she's a neighbor again.
I mentioned that in the Well review where I said, wouldn't it be funny if she's still Ruby's neighbor when also Belinda's? I think that would be hilarious. So I hope that is the case.
I hope, and I think it would be. It would make sense, right?
It would make sense.
Yeah. I reckon that's what's going on. In terms of new characters here, the biggest takeaway here is Conrad Clark.
Yes.
Played by Jonah Hua-King, maybe. And we also have a young version of him as well, as we saw in the trailers. So a bit of backstory here, folks, is when we were doing our preview for the season, I said that the scene from the trailer where there's a kid and he says it's 2007, I said, I bet that's from the start of Lucky Day, and that guy becomes Ruby's boyfriend when he's older. And you said, no, that's going to be from the finale. For no reason, you said it's from the finale.
Not for no reason.
What evidence was there that it was the finale? I guess it's the same evidence for me saying Omega's in the finale.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, right.
I had a feeling.
Well, Connor said if he is in episode 4, then you have to wear a goatee.
Yeah, I'll do a goatee.
So you got to rock a goatee for the review?
I will. Yeah, I hate that idea. I really hate it.
I'm all going to point and laugh at you.
I know. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to do it on Saturday night and get ready so I don't have to do it in the morning on Sunday. But I don't like the idea of being out on Saturday and having a goatee.
Maybe it could be
not my...
Maybe it could be a new look.
I hate like trimming my... I always I just trim it normally. I don't normally just I got rid of it a couple of days ago. I should have kept it, to be honest, because it would have looked better for the goatee. But I still got a couple of days to grow. I'll leave it till... It's only Monday today, so it will definitely grow a bit more by...
You got like a whole week.
But yeah, and then I'll trim my tash, and then I'll have it the same length all the way around. And I've never done a goatee before, so I'll try it.
You'll look fit.
But the second I get home, I'm just going to get rid of it and keep the moustache, and then we'll just factory reset it. But yeah, I lost, man. I was really convinced that it wouldn't be that.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Ruby's got a boyfriend called Conrad.
And why is it always when Shooty Salter wears like my favorite costumes, he's only in the episode for like a couple of minutes? Because when he was wearing the reveal costume that he was wearing,
the orange one,
is my favorite costume of his. It's in Dot and Bubble for like a couple of minutes, and then what he's wearing in this next time trailer for this episode looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a hectic look. It is such a different look.
It's just it looks great, and he's going to be in it for a couple of minutes, and I'm like, God damn it.
Have you seen? Okay. No, we'll get to this. So, general idea for this episode is that there is something sus going on with Unit. Is Unit keeping some spooky guys in their basement or something? This is all based off of the title reveal thing where there was a little piece of paper, a little newspaper on the wall where it was like, Unit being dog as fuck. I was hoping you were going to do that.
Nice.
So, yeah, do you think, because we were all saying Ruby's been hired by Unit, right? Here's my theory. Ruby's not been hired by UNIT. Ruby's got her own podcast, as we know from a clip from Doctor Who Unleashed and from the trailer. I reckon Ruby is investigating UNIT. Could that be a theory?
Well, I think it's Conrad's podcast because it says on the poster a lucky day with Conrad.
God
Clark.
damn it.
And that's why she's like, my name's Ruby Sunday. He's like, I got a guest this week who's actually been in the blue box. So I think he's a fan of the Doctor. I think he's
a fan of the pod.
I think he's like, yeah. So I think he's like a bit of Linda, who are he has like people on who had like interactions with the Doctor, and he's like, I actually got someone on the show who's actually travelled with the Doctor, and then he'll be like, well, what about UNIT? They've been in a bit of a controversy recently about keeping creatures in a vault, and she's like, I don't know anything about that.
But do you reckon then the two of them go and try and investigate UNIT?
Well, obviously they do get entangled.
Yeah.
Ruby is in love with Conrad Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think maybe they just start dating afterwards, and then it's like, what if we just investigate UNIT? I don't know. Doesn't that mean that like Kate's gonna like hate Ruby for doing that? It's like, you are employee of mine in the future.
That'd be hectic.
Surely she does work for UNIT, though, because that's what happens to everyone who leaves.
But maybe Ruby's like, there's something sus going on at UNIT. Hey, Kate, I'm ready for a job, girl. And then she puts on that suit. She heads to UNIT, becomes a UNIT girly, but she's got some other motivations.
Isn't Donna technically supposed to be working at UNIT too?
Well, I think she was like, holy shit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think she's too busy looking after the 14th Doctor.
True. But I think Kate does offer to every companion a job. So I would see that being enabled for Ruby to get into UNIT. And you know what I love as well? The idea of not being able to contact the Doctor. Because the Doctor's stuck. So they obviously can go back to Earth.
Yeah.
But they went to 2007 instead.
Yeah, they can't get to 2025 Earth.
Yeah. You know what would be smart?
What's that?
New Year's Eve 2024. Just wait a few months.
And just hang out, yeah.
The Doctor just spent a fucking year in a hotel.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Do it.
And then just wait to May the 24th.
This is sort of like it's sort of like reverse the John Pertwee era.
Right, because
he can't get back to present day Earth. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. I really like this idea. Do you think there's two really big theories I want to talk about on this podcast, and yeah, all theories, nothing leak related or anything. Do you think that this episode will tie heavily into the series plot? Like, do you think we might actually see this story arc? Could this be starting the plot for the finale, where we're starting to see what's happening to Earth, or will this be a standalone episode? I do think it's definitely going to have some small things that will connect to the finale, but do you think it might be bigger than we thought?
I think it could be bigger than we think because, well, it's a halfway point for the series. Second of all, they won't be able to contact the Doctor, which would be raising some eyebrows. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to hold off saying the other thing I was going to say. But another thing I think that could happen is, and if you allow me, apologies, there is this soundbite right here. No, it isn't.
Stalling.
What? I think there could definitely be some setup for the war between the land and the sea. That was a sea devil, by the way, that took me forever to find. And I'll tell you for why. Because Pete McTighe, or McT, I think I say his name wrong every time, he is co-writing that show with Russell T Davies. Okay?
You're on the money, mate. Are you sat on money? You're on it.
I hope so. There should be something. Even if it's just a line.
Yeah.
Or there's a thing on like a newspaper thing.
Yeah.
Like we saw from the reveal trailer with like UNIT keeping things. It's like one of the things the public could be angry about. It's like, there's all this tension in the sea right now.
What?
People are disappearing. There's like a load of fishermen gone missing or some fucking shit. I don't know.
What if like when Kate's walking around the UNIT vaults, she's like, oh, we're being a bit naughty here.
Yeah.
What if in one of them, Sea Devil?
I know. That's what I think.
That'd be a bit of drama.
See, and it could debut the new design, and that's why they haven't shown us the trailer yet.
That slaps. Mate, Connor, you're on a stack of money right now.
Thank you. And then, at the end of this episode, debut the War Between the Land and the Sea trailer, coming out this October on Disney+.
Well, that's not going to happen.
What?
And I don't think it's coming out in October.
I have an insider. I don't.
What are you, the son?
What should happen? Imagine that happens.
I think that will happen at the end of the finale.
Too soon. Too late, sorry.
Too late.
Too late. Aiden, these are predictions.
It's probably not going to come out till next year.
Nah, mate. Nah. No. That's where you're way off. This is why you're wrong. This is why you're so wrong, okay? It's not going to come out next year because Doctor Who's getting a series 3 and hype, baby. Hype. They give us the spin-off at the end of this year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Nah. I'm saying how it is.
Here's another theory. I don't know if you've seen much about this one online. It's a good theory and there's good merit behind it.
Okay.
Ortons.
Yes.
Could the Ortons be back? And let me tell you why, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in a promo picture released, and if the Ortons are back, I'm like, why did you reveal this bloody promo picture?
True.
There's a scene of the Doctor and Ruby, and I think it looks like a post Space Babies thing or something. I don't know. He's in one of his costumes from back then. Ruby's got the leather jacket on. But yeah, it could be from whatever. It looks like a flashback though. And the Doctor and Ruby are in a room and there's some mannequins behind. And there's the classic mannequins. That means the Ortons are coming back. That's what I thought. And everyone was like saying it's Ortons. And I was like, hold on. They're just mannequins. But then, let me raise you 2 more convincing things. Exhibit A.
Mm-hmm.
The Doctor's holding a little vial or something.
Anti-plastic.
Could that be anti-plastic?
Not only that.
Yeah.
Have you got it?
Are we talking about the green shit?
Well, no, you say that first.
Ruby has green liquid over her. Do you know what color I think it's the anti-plastic was in the Terror of the Autons?
Yeah, it was green.
Or one of them? It was green.
Yes, but also was the snot from Space Babies.
Was it the snot from... Does she finish Space Babies with snot all over her?
She gets covered in it, remember? Remember she's like crawling or something and it goes on.
But the end of
don't call me Rubes.
But the end of the episode, she doesn't have that on her, does she?
True.
So I reckon this is new snot.
Yeah.
It's new stuff. Either that or Sylvine as well. Auton v Sylvine.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So Shriek, more like
I think it is
the wrong anagram.
I think it is Autons because also Russell said there is a device returning. He said in like Doctor Who magazine, there's a device from series 1 that is returning in this series. Anti-plastic.
I like what you're doing.
Go. Yeah, it's got to be the Autons.
I think that's a fun little cameo.
Sure.
Like if the episode opens with it. Hold on a minute.
Oh, my old head.
Here's what's going to happen. The Doctor and Ruby during season 1, this is how the episode starts. They're going to come out and they're going to be like, they'll be mid-adventure. There's Autons. Pew, 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 pew. I'm plastic. Quick, Doctor's going to be like, anti-plastic. Throws it at Ruby. Ruby throws it at the Autons. She gets it all over her. And the Doctor's like, be right back, babes. And then a man comes out and he says, hello. I just saw everything that just happened. Are you with him? Is that the Doctor? And she says, what are you on about? How do you know the Doctor? And he's like, I've been studying, Linda. I've been studying everything, right? My name's Conrad. Good to meet you. Ruby says, good to meet you, Conrad. And then the Doctor's like, Rubes, come on. She's like, all right. And they run back off into the TARDIS. Cut to 2007. The Doctor and Belinda walk out of the TARDIS. They're like, oh, we've got to do the Vindicator. Oh, no, bruv. While they're vindicating, a young man, walks up and he nearly falls over or something, and the Doctor saves him, and Belinda nurses him to safety, and he says, thank you for that. And the Doctor says, yes, it's your lucky day. And then the TARDIS disappears, and he's like, oh, and then the Doctor's like, what was your name, by the way? And he says, the name's Conrad.
Sir Conrad Clark.
It's your lucky day, Conrad. He goes back to the TARDIS, and then it's like the classic Russell keeps showing midnight, flashes of midnight, flashes of the Toymaker. But instead of that, it's a flash of Conrad meeting Ruby in the first scene, and it's like, oh my God, it's young Conrad Clark, he sees the Doctor when he's a kid, becomes obsessed with the Doctor, and then he meets Ruby on mid-adventure, and then tracks Ruby down when she's back to Earth. I've got the plot. It writes itself.
Just one little hair in the soup.
No, don't tell me that. It's so perfect.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not saying that can't happen.
Well, maybe it's the reverse. Maybe the 2017 happens and then the Orton scene happens.
There is like set photos of it looks like the first time they're meeting because they've like bumped into each other. It's the classic. It's such a classic trope in
like
movies and TV shows where like they're carrying books and they bump into each other and they're like picking them up and they're looking at each other as they're picking them up.
Yeah.
But that could have been like, it's you again.
Yes, that's what I'm going to say.
That's the only hair in this suit.
That's it. I reckon. Okay, it's the Doctor and Belinda meet young Conrad. And then it could happen in any of this order. I reckon it's Doctor and Ruby meet Conrad. Cut to, and he's like, my name's Conrad, by the way. And Ruby's like, cool. Doctor's like, come on, let's fuck off and run away. And then back to 2007, that scene happens. And then he's like, my name's Conrad. And then title sequence. And then when we come back.
It's you again.
Well, yeah. And then that like the audience is like, oh my God, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, Ruby's carrying some books and she fucking falls over. And
Conrad?
they're like, it's you. He's like Conrad. Last time I saw you with the Ortons.
Mr. Clark?
And the anti-plastic.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, sorry. That was, I just feel like I just figured out the whole episode.
I hope, although I will say, it does look like from the trailer, it's like, oh, something's stalking me. And it's like, oh, it's 73 yards again. So I hope it is different. But it does look like it's going to be its own thing. And I'm excited for it. I actually really am.
I'm happy with I'm keeping some creepiness.
Yeah.
Shit looks creepy.
Well, we said that about last week.
Yeah, but I still think other than Assy Robot Revolution, I think these two episodes the last two episodes have been dark enough for me to tick the dark box.
Scary. You at home like,
what if I get thrown around the room?
Oh, goodness. Oh, no. I better not step at midnight.
But yeah, yeah.
I just hope the podcast isn't, because Pete wrote influencers in Praxeus to be these like cringy vloggers.
Yeah.
And it's not how YouTubers acted at all.
Yeah.
So I just hope when there's a podcast in it, it isn't like cringe and it's actually written like a podcast. And there's like influencer 1, 2, and 3.
I was about to say that.
Oh
so
my Lord.
We do have, maybe they're back.
Who is it? Like the producer or something?
3 influencers are credited on BBC One.
Yeah. We're outside Unit Tower.
Also,
and they're hiding something in there. 3
influencers on the last episode of the podcast. We were talking about the 3 Doctor Who fans being the gods of Ragnarok. Maybe it's 3 influencers, just like vibing.
I am anti-unit.
I am anti-Z-Dex.
Yeah. They're like, we hate Unit, and I'm going to upload to YouTube about it. I just don't want to be offended as a fellow podcaster.
If this episode is great,
why didn't they ask us to make a cameo? That would have been so funny.
That would be so
just
funny.
Like, hi, you know. Because we could be talking about the Doctor. You know what I mean?
That'd be hectic.
We could have been talking about the Doctor.
It'd be great if there's like a montage of like podcasts of
that would be
talking.
Oh my God, are we in it?
We are not in it.
Could you imagine if we were at home like, it's me! It's me!
Then it will literally be Lux. Doctor will step out of our screen and we'll be like, what the fuck is going on?
I would go nuts.
Wait, Connor, this is not happening.
It's me! I'm in a Doctor Who episode! Mum, quick!
Mum, get the camera!
Oh my God, could you imagine? Oh my God. Please surprise me, please.
That is not going to happen.
Oh, I would love that.
If it happens instantly.
I need royalties for that.
Royalties.
Give me 1% of the stock.
If this is a great episode, we like genuinely need a fucking Ruby spin-off.
I'd love one.
Because 73 Yards is amazing. And if this is amazing, it's like, well, Ruby really does stand on her own and has the best character development when she's on her own. So, who knows?
Why couldn't she be in War Between the Land and the Sea?
I wish she was. I wish she was the lead in it. That would be sick.
That would have been sick. Yeah, maybe she is in it for like an episode and we just don't know.
I hope so.
Well, that's Martha Jones's role.
Yeah, true.
I doubt it, sadly.
She's Martha Jones in 2025. All right, Connor. Get vibing with that crystal ball, baby. Yeah. I want some crystal ball predictions.
Here we go. I'm crystal balling. Here we go.
So most of these are yes or no answers.
Yeah.
But the first one,
yeah,
not a yes or no answer.
Oh dear.
What's Conrad's podcast called?
Lucky Day.
Oh, so it's already been revealed.
I don't think so, but I think it's called that. Well, it says Lucky Day with host Conrad Clark, so I assume it's called Lucky Day. That makes sense. He named it after the Doctor saying it's your Lucky Day, kid.
I just thought it would be better if it was called the official Doctor Who podcast.
Oh, God.
And he's taken over.
It's called 50% Lucky Day podcast.
Are the Orons in this episode?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm saying yes. Will Ruby be working for UNIT in the episode?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes, but with that catch that I said.
Okay.
She's undercover.
There's always a twist.
At the end. Will this set up a Ruby Sunday spin-off?
I think she'll be in. I think she'll at least appear in War Between Land and Sea. So I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Will UNIT be a little bit dangerous in this episode?
Yeah, I hope so. Defend yourself. What are you doing? You just got turned to dust in the final. That's not a fight. Dust. Come on, who are you?
By they being like a bit dodgy.
Yeah, but there has to be a reason for it.
Yeah.
You don't understand, Ruby. You
don't
know what it takes to be a leader. You've got no fucking idea what it's like to be number one.
Okay, it's just whipping out fuck.
I'd love to see that. The first fucking
Ruby, you fucking idiot.
You got no idea what it's like to be number one.
I got turned to fucking dust.
Did you? No.
No, that's what I fucking thought.
You're the only person on the planet who didn't turn to dust except for the Doctor and Mel.
And you sort of already answered this, but will this set up a spin-off, the War Between Land and the Sea, even if it's just a throwaway line?
What? Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
It has to. With it being UNIT and it being monster base, like hiding under the fucking stairwell at UNIT, and it being written by Pete, who's co-writing The War Between the Land and the Sea with Russell T Davies. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I agree.
Yes.
And that's our show. We'll be back on Sunday morning in the UK, Sunday afternoon here in Australia.
Ruby Sunday, Sunday morning.
She's having a fun day.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll be reviewing it. It'll be fantastic, and you'll love us forever.
Fantastic.
If you like the pod, subscribe, and we'll see you then.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's
Aiden.
Sorry, just did a little burp inside.
Connor's
podcast. We're doing Doctor Who previews. We're doing Doctor Who previews. Do. Having a fun day.
It's my lucky day, baby.
I'm Ruby Sunday.
I'm ready for another hit. Let's make it 4 for 4 with the Doctor Who fan base and 2 for 2 for Connor.
Yes.
3 for 4 for Aiden.
Yes.
My name's Connor Hannum, and I approve this message. That's an old one.